Hey, alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment explains it. You know what we doing today. It is time for Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer number 6 review. And if you didn't notice, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer has a different creative team. Well, some of the creative team is different. Some of the creative team is the same, but some of the creative team ain't the same. But we're going to get into that when we get into this. But before we do that, got to do what we need to do before we can do what we want to do. And that is comment, like, subscribe, and share. Share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out like this right here, you get alerted. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share because edutainment, yeah, what I do. And we're going to get to doing it right here in a second with, well, should I put that up there? I don't know. Boom, let's throw that in the corner. Yeah, for grins and giggles. Let's throw that up there. Okay, Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer number 6. I am going to decrease so that the story may increase. That is the cover of Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer number 6. We are getting off into it. And when we get into it, when we last see Maurice Jones, demon extraordinary. I thought he was a vampire, but he was beating up people in a church in the daytime. So yeah, he obviously is not a vampire. And he walked in there without being invited. So him and his lovely wife, Belladonna Jones, are surveying the destruction that took place, or should I say the slaughter, that took place at the Flemington farm where Harriet Tubman and let's see if I got everybody covered. Caesar, Catherine, and Venus Edgefield, her son Chip, and Harriet herself. Ended up slaughtering a few werewolves. All right. Interesting fact. A slayer's blood glows brighter in the dark. Make them easy to track. Okay. And Maurice, they stop and have a conversation about her having a voodoo look to her. I guess he ain't comfortable with that voodoo look, but she is. She says she enjoyed it. And the thing she enjoyed most about it was it scares the shit out of crackers. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a good reason, if nothing else. But at the request of her husband, Maurice, she shapeshifts into a more Caucasianal visage. The one he obviously fell in love with in Texas. But Maurice seems to believe that Harriet is getting weaker. Is Harriet getting weaker? Harriet look like she on the hurry tip. Her and Chip, they are trying to save Venus because if you have been paying attention and following last month when Harriet Tubman took out the werewolf Flemingtons, Venus got injured by one of the werewolves, and they are rushing someplace. Mom and Pop don't look happy, and Chip is telling her she gonna die, Mama. She gonna die. You know we're gonna have to take her somewhere, and indeed they do have to take her somewhere. And where do they decide to take young Venus? To some gypsy looking woman who is obviously a paranorm or of some kind, or she wouldn't have that Usagi Yojimbo looking, I guess it's a female with a pixie cut standing next to her. Okie dokie. She kind of reminds me of the Ruse from Warriors of Virtue. Ooh, nice one. Anybody remember Warriors of Virtue? That was a movie about some kangaroos that did kung fu. It was kind of a cross between the Wizard of Oz meets the Five Deadly Venoms. But this is who Harriet has brought young Venus to in a story that we call Hocus Pocus. And it's Hocus Pocus for more reasons than one. Written by the incomparable David Crownson and art by Matteo Illuminati. Interesting name. Colors and letters by Ariana Pisani and Loris Ravina, respectively, and still being edited by Sharonda J. Brown. Go ahead, girl. Make it happen. All right, and here we are with who we learn is a witch named Nikes. I guess that's the best way to pronounce it. K-N-I-K-E-E-S. Yeah, Nikes. Let's go with that. I don't know what you was thinking about, David. You're gonna have to share your thoughts with me on that one. But Nikes tries to use the Lazarus spell, which, much like what it sounds like, is to bring somebody back to life, either when they're dead or close to death. But she's saying she can't do it. She needs to obtain a horn from the Jersey Devil, who dwells in a bar not far from where they're at. And if we do not get that horn from that bar, Venus will die in 3 hours. So we know Harriet's down the road prior to her having some beef with Catherine Edgefield about, learning that Harriet has a $45,000 bounty on her. And if they wasn't hanging out with Harriet Tubman, their daughter probably would have never been injured. And so that's why she's got that look on her face. And so they head out to this bar. Welcome to the Monad Rab. For those of you that don't feel like thinking, that is Demon Bar, spelled backwards. And there is a lady out front named Annabelle the Muscle. I don't think they would put a chick out front named Annabelle the Muscle if she was not Annabelle the Muscle. Annabelle the Muscle is asking for the password. Caesar's getting impatient because he's feeling a little emotional about his daughter dying and just pushes Annabelle the Muscle out the way. And Annabelle the Muscle let him know that's a big old mistake because she wraps her big muscular, I don't know, tongue, tentacles, whatever the heck that is just glooping out of her mouth and wrapping around Caesar's neck. Caesar should have stayed at home because he has not been useful at all. You know what I mean? He a big black man, but he obviously ain't as tough as he need to be. Fortunately for Caesar, Harriet is. She one-shots Annabelle the Muscle. And then that's when Carolyn decides, that's the Usagi Yojimbo looking character, the Rue Rabbit, whatever she is, lets them know she knew the password. But she didn't say nothing. She could have said something before Caesar started walking in there. I knew the password. Why didn't you say the password when she said I'm Annabelle the Muscle? What's the password? Anyway, we dip into this bar, and it looks very much like a paranorm bar. And so when they start doing their inquiries, trying to find out, well, who the Jersey Devil? Which one of y'all Jersey Devil? Look at all of those people in those panels. Some of them look very human. Some of them look very not human. So if you remember when Maurice Jones put the bounty out on Harriet in issue 4, I believe it was, he said every demon, witch, vampire, and werewolf would be on the hunt for her. But that right there, those don't look like witches, demons, or vampires. So there are more than just witches, demons, vampires, and werewolves in the world of Harriet Tubman. They look like fae. They look like they're elven. Some of them do. So we can find out. But after a lot of inquiry and a lot of question asking, that last chick say, "Isn't that him right there?" And sure enough, there go the Jersey Devil, who looks a whole lot like DC Comics Blue Devil. Shout out to you, Mr. Crownson, for reading your comic book, sir. And they have a plan. Caesar and Carolyn only need to cover him. So her and Chip got a routine they use. And he walks up and he strikes up conversation with the Jersey Devil. Meanwhile, she slips something in his drink that we later on find out, as they're hauling him out, is melatonin powder. Sleep, sleep. Guess it even works on demons. But not like it works on humans. And so they get him outside. They get the horn cut off. And then right at that moment, the Jersey Devil wakes up. Why can't anything ever be easy? And the Jersey Devil transforms. Oh my goodness. This is not going to be a very good fight for Harriet Jolo. Fortunately, she's got Rabbit Girl with her. And they tell Caesar, take off, get it back to Nike's. Meanwhile, we'll handle this. And she asks Carolyn, she have a spell. Carolyn tells her spell is decapitation. And she explains what decapitation means. Harriet's response, we can do that. And off they go into battle. Meanwhile, while they are battling, Caesar, who we know is afraid of horses, is trying to overcome his fear of horses because he knows it's life and death stakes. Unfortunately, Caesar ain't never pushed a horse around before. But Harriet manages to lay the Jersey Devil out without killing him. However, turns out there are a few paranormals in that bar who are gunning for Harriet. Fortunately, Run makes the horsey move. And Run is what Carolyn, Harriet, Chip, and Caesar are doing because, look, they got eye monsters after them and all kinds of beasties and scary looking things. So they get the heck up out of there, and they do so with an assist from Nike's, who we find out later on sensed they were in danger and weaved a teleportation spell and got them back. Harriet's concern is Venus. How is she? And then we find out she's quite fine. From what it looks like, she looks happy and she's smiling. Her daddy comes and gives her love. And Harriet's getting a little dubious now. She's like, you said you couldn't do the spell. And she says, yeah, I lied. Uh-oh. That was part of the transaction. I wanted the horn as part of the transaction, but she risked her life. Oh, I just needed the horn. So if she needed the horn, what did she need the horn? What ominous spell is Nike trying to weave and need this horn as one of the ingredients of the spell? Lipstick? Lipstick? Bruh. Y'all know what's coming next. Y'all know what's coming next. Period. You lucky that's all she did to you, Nikes. You lucky that's all she did. Meanwhile, Catherine and Caesar are having a good laugh about him being with Harriet and her helping him overcome his fear of horses. Nike's is asking, was it necessary? Yeah, you lied, heifer. It was very necessary. We could have got killed. Nah, I sent Carolyn with you. There ain't no way y'all could have got killed with Carolyn on the job. Meanwhile, Carolyn's like, hey, your little partner ain't looking so good. And at first, she laughing. But then, oh no, she's not laughing. Either little Venus is turning into a hairy little Hulk, or oh snap, she is now a werewolf. Oh my. Whatever are we gonna do about that? Drama. I told you, it's drama going on in the world of Harriet Tubman. It's drama going on in the world of Harriet Tubman, y'all. If you are not tuning into this book, you need to be tuning into this book. Is young Venus going to stay a werewolf, or are we going to have to sock Nike in the face again to get her to come up with some kind of solution? Nikes. I'll be writing you a letter about that one, Dave. Nikes. Anyway, y'all keep tuning in to this channel right here to see and hear about the adventures of Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. There ain't too many of them out here. I'm one of them, y'all. So come rock with me. Come fool with me. Come see what a brother cooking. But look here. That's it for now, but fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.